good morning, everyone. My name is Marcia Greyeyes, and I work for Change Labs. And I am the co-working space manager, also the director of co-working. And today our webinar is going to be about saving money on shipping through USPS. But before I do that, before I turn it over to Jeff, I am going to go over a little bit about what Change Labs does. So Change Labs, we work with Native American entrepreneurs and startups in the Four Corners area. We provide workshops, tools, resources, and try to expand the knowledge for Native American entrepreneurs, business knowledge of our cohorts and also community members that are starting businesses or running businesses or thinking of starting a business. One of the questions that we get asked a lot is, how do I start a business? Another is, well, let me go back to here. We do offer business coaching hours. Our coaching team is available every Monday from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. for appointments. And you can schedule an appointment using the nativestartup.org/events hyperlink here. And just so you know, there's only, I believe 6 slots because it takes an hour and a half to do these business coaching appointments. So if you want to schedule an appointment with one of our coaches, make sure that you schedule it as soon as possible. That way, be sure to get in with a coach. We also have a business incubator where we select 10 high potential Native American entrepreneurs each year to help start up and grow their business idea. So this year, actually, we have 12 so far, and we're thinking of bringing in 10 more. So overall, we do about 22 Native entrepreneurs, and we work with them for the whole year. Another question we get asked a lot is, how do I create a website? We do have a resident designer where they offer one-on-one help to get the business off the ground. They're usually consultants and asking questions about what kinds of things you want on your website to help you think through how your website would look and which platform would be best for you. We also have a YouTube channel. We have more than 30 videos covering social media strategy, how to build simple websites, and also our workshops are on our YouTube channel. So please subscribe. We try and post videos as soon as possible, usually within a day or two after it has occurred. So follow us so you can get updates as well. Another question we get asked is, how do I get help running my business? We do have a co-working space in Tuba City, Arizona. We're open from 10 to 4, Monday through Friday. And we do have Wi-Fi, printing. We also have some button makers, a Cricut, things that you may need to maybe do a prototype or design something. And we also have a desk space where you can access the internet and maybe do some work. We have an app called Res Rising where we have more than 630 Native American businesses across the Southwest. And the idea behind this is to create sort of like a yellow page for the Navajo Nation and businesses that are located on the Navajo reservation. And the Hopi tribe, and also surrounding tribes. Paiute is another one. So if you're in need of like maybe a, construction work or something, you would type that in. And the idea behind it is whatever area you're interested in, the businesses that are doing the type of work you're looking for would show up. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at marcia@nativestartup.org. And for this webinar, I have everyone on mute. Stay on mute until Q&A, or if you have a question that you feel like cannot wait, please type it into the chat button. or the chat feature. And then type your question in the chat. The session is also being recorded for YouTube. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Jeff Badowski. He works for USPS, United States Postal Service, and he is going to do the webinar titled "Cut Your Small Business Shipping Costs." And I'm going to turn it over to him. Jeff?
Okay, thanks. Thank you, Marcia. I am going to go ahead and share my screen real quick. All right, I wanted to, thank everybody for having me today. Like Marcia said, I work for the U.S. Postal Service here in the Valley. I service all different parts of Arizona, most of northern Arizona, and some of the East Valley and South Phoenix. I've been with the Postal Service now for about 27 years, and I have worked in many of our facilities, from small stations like living in the Grand Canyon, working at Grand Canyon National Park in the post office there, the mail processing plants here, the delivery units here in Glendale, mail forwarding units. So I have a really good knowledge of what's going to happen with your mail through the whole process. And now I work for headquarters in field sales. So I kind of set this up, like she said, to have some questions at the end. But if you have questions as we're kind of going through it, I want you to hit them in chat. And if it's something we're on topic, I'll try to answer it. But if I feel it's something we're going to cover just a little bit down the line, then we'll go ahead and leave it until we move on down the line. But today's kind of pretty much not about the Postal Service. We'll give you just a little bit of touch points on many different facets of, the entire process for business communications, but it's about you. It's about everybody who's here, and the importance really that you're being here, showing that you are aware that you want to increase your bottom line. You want to know that it's important, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So I want you to try to leave today saying, hey, Jeff, that information sounds great. Try to start to formulate your action plan and know that your action plan is going to be different than everybody else's. They're not going to be the same. You'll have a lot of similarities in what we put together for you, but know that it's important. Today's consumers, especially because of Amazon, expect a lot with shipping, personalization, and even a returns process if that is what you're going to take place in a product that you're going to have to need to return. So we're going to take a broad look at a few of our different offerings. We're going to look at some of the features and benefits of each. We're going to start with shipping. Then we're going to move into marketing and how to market your business and grow your business utilizing the tools with USPS and our vendor partners, because now the need is more important than ever. Especially because of COVID, you probably noticed, everybody is buying online. You're buying online more, and you want a great experience for your customers. And the experience includes everything that you see on the screen. Our customers want reliability, efficiency, flexible, a good overall satisfying shopping experience. But before I go on, can anybody chat in who was appointed the first postmaster for the United States?
No idea.
No. Benjamin Franklin. July 26, 1775, Congress appointed Benjamin Franklin the very first postmaster of the United States. Just a little piece of history. So we are serving every address every day, and that's really important, because we're out there, we're doing it. We have over 229,000 vehicles. We have over 31,000 post office locations, which again becomes important because if you do, in fact, have a product that is going to have a return, you're going to make it easy for everybody to be able to receive your products, return your products, because of the number of locations we have. We deliver over 6 billion packages a year. We have package delivery in most markets 7 days, definitely in all markets 6 days, but most of our markets now have package delivery for 7 days. I'm not sure about Tuba, if Tuba's doing any package delivery for the staff in your office, because you're just only PO box delivery, I would assume, for most of your customers there. And over 160 million delivery points nationwide. And the really importance as you continue to grow your business is that your customers can see visibility all along the journey. So from the moment they induct the package into our system, up until final customer delivery. And today I'm going to try to show you a solution that covers a lot of the needs of your customers. It's going to benefit you, benefit them. And, we have a number of scanning technologies now. Some of it is near real-time scanning with the new scanners that the carriers had. When they scan delivered, it's going to automatically transmit the data. You can track and manage package delivery via the informed delivery feature, which is available on the Postal Service's app. We have an informed delivery app. I'm not sure if it's still out there, but there were two apps. One is for the Postal Service, one is for informed delivery. And the informed delivery app is going away. So if you still get that somewhere, just sign up for the Postal Service app and you'll be able to see what's coming in your mail, especially pictures of letter mail and such. And then you'll be able to receive text messaging, email updates, and all the rest of the status information that'll be there, along with the information that you would ultimately get from your software solutions. So these are just a good piece of what we can see here on my screen as far as the shipping products. But the most important thing is that as you continue to move among our vendor partners, because you may have a product that doesn't fit in our wheelhouse, and I'll be the first one to tell you that. This is too big, it's too heavy, it's probably better with one of our vendors, but the replacement parts or your samples or something else, this is where it belongs to the Postal Service. But we have upfront pricing. And if you start to work with some of our vendor partners, you'll see that's not necessarily the case. But with our priority mail products, you will get, shipping in 1 to 3 days, delivery within 1 to 3 days to every address. And we have multiple pricing options, as you can see on the screen, from Priority Mail Express, Priority Mail, our flat rate, which a lot of people are familiar with, your regional boxes, which you may not be familiar with, and we're going to touch on those today, our first class package service, which is almost untouchable for anything under 1 pound, our Parcel Select, and our Parcel Select Lightweight. So again, we're going to deliver for you on Saturdays for free. There's no extra charge for delivering on Saturday, which our partners cannot say. It's fast, affordable, reliable. And again, if we, for some reason, can't deliver your package, we're going to return it to you for free. If they never pick up their package, we're going to send it back to you as unclaimed for free. We don't charge to forward these packages for priority mail and first class. So if your customers put in their old address and just moved, we're going to forward it to their new address for free. And again, no extra charge for Saturday delivery and the Sunday delivery in some markets. So you can see this is some of our competitors. These are the surcharges that they have. They have a fuel surcharge. They have a net minimum for the package delivery surcharge, address corrections, delivery area surcharge. There's a number of fees that you can see on this chart, and I will make this presentation also available to you. I will send it into Marshall when we're done in a PDF format, so you can refer to it. You don't need to try to memorize it and look at all the different numbers that we're going to go over today. Any questions so far before I continue? Nothing in chat, Marcia? Okay, I'm going to move forward. So again, a number of fees that you can see here. The Postal Service, as you can see, none of these are applicable within the Postal Service. Up to 30% of customer shipping costs generally, where the other commercial carriers are made up of surcharges. With us, you'll know the total price that you pay. So we have competitive pricing. We have ounce-based solutions, especially for everything under a pound. We have tier-based cubic pricing, which we'll talk about. You may or may not have access to it immediately, depending on the software solution we determine is best for your company at the time of startup. Again, almost everybody's familiar with our flat rate products up to 70 pounds. And again, our regional, priority mail regional boxes, which are definitely going to be good if you are shipping mostly within Arizona or within the several states surrounding Arizona. We have priority mail boxes that are available online at USPS.com at no cost to you. So when you order a product online, make sure you choose the Postal Service to deliver it even for you. We're already coming to your house. It's not going to be an extra trip for us. We have free package pickup. I would say, again, if you have delivery with street delivery, I think, again, Tuba, I believe you are only P.O. Box. I'm not sure if you have any rural delivery that comes out of that office. If you don't have carriers delivering to your house, you're not going to have a package pickup because we have nobody to pick it up. But if you're outside of there or in another area, that's certainly an option for you. And some web-based tools as you continue to grow your website. We have earth-friendly practices, which are important to a lot of your customers. Our boxes are recyclable. We spent over $449 million on our environmentally preferred products. We do the best that we can. We're converting our fleet right now to alternative fuel vehicles and a whole lot more. So we talked a little bit about the PO boxing, especially for like Tuba, but if you're in other cities where you just have box delivery, it's important that you know that you also have the option for street addressing for your PO box if you're not familiar with that. So with that service, you would basically use the street address for the post office, and you could see like in the example in A here, it would say your mail, if you have PO Box 59 at your post office, you would use the post office's street address, and you would put number 59, and then continue to use the city, state, and zip for the actual post office's physical address. And that way you would be able to receive, because many people who sell say they don't deliver, especially our competitors, they don't deliver to a PO box. And so you will be able to get your products, the supplies you need. Maybe you buy some stuff and then resell it. You'll still be able to utilize your PO box with street addressing to be able to make sure that you can continue to get the products and the services that you need. You can order stamps. The packaging materials are free online at USPS.com under the business and the shop tab. Those are the two most important tabs you'll probably want to take a look at when you leave here today. USPS.com, again, that will be the business tab or the shop tab. Packaging materials, we have affiliates. Our vendor partners are on there. So whether you have a mail service provider that you just need printing for, or you have a mail service provider that you would like to buy a list from because you don't maybe have a product to sell, you have a service. Maybe you do pool cleaning, and you're not going to want to solicit to everybody who has every house, because every house doesn't have a pool. So maybe it's in your best interest as you start to grow your business and expand your opportunities. You buy a list of all homeowners who own pools, and then you only target those specific markets. So we have vendor partners that will help you with that. We have an every door direct mail campaign that'll really help you target your local area for your services or your products. So we're going to touch on that today. And then again, our printer directory also falls in line with the rest of our mail affiliates. So it's really about the value that the Postal Service provides. So it's not just about cost, it's the entire package for the Postal Service. We have free package pickup, shipping supplies. You can set it up for hold for pickup, which will allow you, the recipient, to get it when they want it and from the designated facility. We don't charge you to fix the addresses if you're wrong. If the parcel is undeliverable, we'll return it to you. No residential surcharges, and address management tools available to support your needs when, in fact, you ultimately move forward with our shipping stuff. And now we'll get into, a little bit about the software solutions. So the Postal Service works with all of our vendor partners. You've heard of many of them probably: Stamps.com, Indicia, ShipEasy, ShipStation, ShipO, Pirate Ship, XPS. There's so many of the vendor partners, but they're all vendor partners of the United States Postal Service. And you might ask me, like, hey, Jeff, why are you going to hook us up with a vendor partner? Why not just hook us up with USPS? And really, it just depends. We have some solutions that we have online from the Postal Service with our Click and Ship and our Click and Ship Pro programs. But, maybe the product that you have that you're selling is a product that fits better in our, cubic rates, or you're going to be shipping enough. There's some reasons that we try to put you together with the best possible solution in sales on the headquarters side, because we want you to stay with the Postal Service. We don't want you to come over and get, a better price from a vendor partner that may offer a different product, because I didn't give you the full opportunity or a full line of products and services. So I try to start you off with the best stuff, and you'll find most of us, and many of them are really simple, like you could see here. You would put in your information, you would set it up on this page, just like you could see. This is one of the easiest software solutions we have to use, and we'll send you the links. So no matter what they are, you'll sign up under us. We'll be able to monitor the account. We don't see your addresses, who you're shipping to. Our vendor partners will send us a label when you use a new service. And that way, like, for example, when, say, media mail is going up in August, we could say, hey, we know that you ship a lot of media mail. Hey, just so you know, media mail is going up. But you would put in the information. You will be a drop-down box. So you could pick from any one of the boxes that are preloaded, the regional, the flat rate, the small, medium, large, or you would put in the dimensions for your own box, length, width, and height, and the weight of the packaging with the materials inside, and it's going to calculate and give you the option. So this is a good example. In this packaging, we used, I think it was a 20-pound package in one of our shoe boxes, which is an alternative box that we have available online. And so we punched in the dimensions, but I believe it was about 20 pounds because our cubic rates only go to 20 pounds. So it's similar to a flat rate product, but it's got a specific window. So in this product, for example, it came up and said, hey, this product will fall into cubic, our cubic pricing, which is not available to the public. And realistically, many of our vendor partners and the Postal Service doesn't offer it unless you ship 50,000 packages a year with the Postal Service directly. And so some of our vendor partners do offer it to you and at no cost. So it's going to give you the option as it did in this particular screen. So if you were to walk into the retail station, they wouldn't have cubic. There's no such thing. You could tell them, hey, is this cubic pricing? And they would tell you no. So we have predetermined sizes in there, but the rest of it is kind of up to you as far as learning, what's the best one for you. And that's kind of what we're going over today. We're giving you a macro look so you can see touch points of everyone. And then as we talk about your product, I'm not going to tell you which packaging to put or which one is best. That's kind of, we'll start you out. But as you develop new products, you're not going to call me and say, hey, Jeff, I have a new t-shirt. What's the best way for me to ship this? I'm going to go over that with you at any given time. But we really want you to learn shipping and the opportunities, because the more money you can save on shipping, the more money you're going to have in your pocket at the end of the day. And in this example, again, you couldn't walk into the post office and tell the clerk, hey, I want to mail this priority mail cubic, because we do not have that option for the public. It is only on our commercial side. And on our commercial side, we include $100 of insurance for free with our priority mail products, whereas on the retail side, you have $50 that's included with each of our priority products. So, each products or services will have an opportunity, and this will give you 3 options. So based on the dimensions we put in, it's cubic, ground, which is slow and comes with no insurance, or express mail. And then you could see what the savings of each one would be versus walking into a retail location. But it's really important to also know, as you choose the different products and services we have, the zones that you're going to, because like cubic, for example, generally only falls within zones 1 through 5 for good pricing. And as you continue to move away from your shipping zone, the pricing gets less and less attractive. But it is beneficial if you are, say, shipping mostly to Arizona, which you can see on this chart is mostly 1 and 2, with about the northeast corner going to 3. And then you have a good portion of the U.S. on the West Coast being, zones 1 through 5. So as you continue to, make those shipping choices, you'll take a look at all of the things, the weights, the dimensions, the zones, and whether or not you need one of our flat rate products. And again, in this example here is what we used. It's the shoebox. It gave us priority mail. You can get the shoebox for free online. But you could put 20 pounds in this shoebox because that's the weight limit of cubic. And cubic takes in the factors in length, width, and height, divides it by 1720, which is a cubic foot. You don't have to really know this because the software is going to do the calculation for you. But what's important to know is that you do put it in a box, because every little inch or difference in the length, width, or height could make a difference in the pricing. But this one worked out to about 20 pounds for $8.93 from like Phoenix to Flagstaff, which is a phenomenal price to send 20 pounds of mail in a not flat rate packaging. And this one will show you a little bit of the pricing, and it's really great. Priority Mail Cubic is a great product for our poly bags, because you're only going to use the length and the width. And you can take a look at some of these envelopes and the 5 different uh, cubic pricing tiers, 1 through 5, based on length, width, and height. And so as you can see here in this example, the pricing is great in the lower zones, but as you move out to the higher zones, it definitely isn't as beneficial as it would be to say perhaps maybe use a medium flat rate box, or possibly the weight and the dimensions. It would really just depend on the calculations you put in. But this example is I wanted to show you. Tim said shoe boxes are great and you could really pack them full. That's true. I love the shoe box. I always bring the shoe box because it has a lot. It falls into our cubic, and it's a great product. And you can see here the poly bags. Most of those, they're big. You're selling T-shirts, anything small, you could probably still get those into a tier 1 poly bag and have great pricing. But I wanted to show you in this example how even 1 inch in one dimension makes a difference. So in this example, a 9 by 9 by 6, and this is put together from one of our packaging suppliers, AMW. It's a vendor, not one of our suppliers, but a vendor here in the Valley. We have nothing to do with them. We don't get any commissions or anything, but he has a great host of packaging available, and he's broken all of his packaging down to the cubic, so you can really kind of dial in your packaging. But in this example, you can see a 9 by 9 by 6 is going to cost you $8.93, or a 9 by 8 by 6. Only shaving 1 inch of one dimension completely changes the pricing, and that works all across the line. So whether it's tier 4 to tier 5, tier 2 to tier 3, it's important to get your packaging correct for the protection of the product, but also for your pricing. You don't want to throw away 20, 40, 50 cents every time you make a shipment just because one dimension was a little bit longer. And if you need to purchase boxes, then maybe that's what you need to do to save some money. There's great integrations with all of the software programs. This happens to be one. This is my own personal account. You can see I have my eBay account integrated into the same software, but you can see the rest of the sources that are on here. So this software solution will integrate easily within the eBay, Etsy, Shopify, Woo, Squarespace, all of the popular ones. And this one doesn't happen to fall into Amazon, but we have other ones. If you determine that as you grow, you want to start selling on Amazon and the whole rest of the intricacies that come with selling on Amazon, well, then we would put you in a different software solution. And again, if you determine that the product you need to sell, some of them will fall in with our competitor partners. We have software solutions that we can put you together with, one that'll be able to price all three. You could price out your packaging with the Postal Service, with FedEx, and then also with UPS. And then if you have special pricing with them, your pricing will load right into the software because it's not our software. It's another company's software. They'll do full walkthroughs with you, and you'll still be able to get the best pricing for the best product. If you're going to sell under smaller items, T-shirts, things of that nature, handcrafts, we are definitely the under 1 pound champion. So if you have anything under 1 pound, you always want to make sure you do not just go, well, I think it's close enough, I'm just going to mark it up to a pound. Because you don't want to do that because you lose the advantage of the pricing for first class. So this comes into account for our tiers. We have 1 to 4 ounce, 5 to 8, 9 to 12, and 12 to 13. So even if you could just see, if you have the ability to keep your packaging and your materials in your shipment to 12 ounces versus 13 ounces, I mean, that's only one additional ounce, but for those last few ounces, we see a fairly sizable difference, over $1 more per cost in the packaging. So if you have the ability to trim your materials, keep it at 12 ounces or below, then certainly you're going to see a little bit of pricing difference. So these prices, nobody can really touch our first class packaging. We don't come with insurance on the first class packaging. However, you can purchase insurance through any of the software solutions if you'd like to add insurance to your packaging as well. And we'll touch on the regional rate boxes because, again, if you are going to be shipping just kind of around Arizona, our regional rate boxes are phenomenal. So if your item is over 2 pounds and say it's going to zones 1 through 4, regional A makes a great option. And the regional boxes are up here in the right-hand corner. We have a regional A and B, which is a side loader and a top loader, and they come in both. So you could kind of think of it as similar to like a flat rate packaging, because like regional A, the max weight for regional A is 15 pounds. And if you're going to pick a regional B box, a regional B, the max weight on the regional B is 20 pounds. But again, this is a good indicator, and I'll send this to you so you can see it. Is just if it's over 2 pounds and it's going to be within zones 1 to 4, regional A is probably going to be good. Over 5 pounds going to zone 1 to 4, regional B is probably going to be a great option for you, because again, you could look at the pricing. In the lower zones, the pricing is phenomenal. And that's going to come with $100 of insurance for free, 1 to 3 day delivery. But as you move further and further out, the pricing gets less and less attractive. So it's mostly for the areas in probably zones 1 through 4. And then again, if you continue to sell a product, most people don't do refunds or returns on food products. But if someone bought a shirt that you're going to sell and you're going to offer returns, we have a lot of return options that'll help you make that a great experience for your customers. So we have all different levels of service. We even have a digital label that, even if your customers don't have a printer, they can walk into a post office, have the retail clerk scan the label and on their phone, and it'll print the label right out in the post office. We'll drop it and get it back to you. But as you develop a returns process, we will take a look at which solution is the right one for you and help you dial it in, just like we did on your shipping process. And that's pretty much all I want to talk about today on shipping. Again, so, if you're in need of shipping, you'll get a hold of us through Marcia, or she'll have all of our contact information. We'll set an appointment. You could set it online with me through my email if you'd like. I even have a link within my email, so you can look at my calendar and book virtual appointments. Please try to stick to virtual appointments if you can, because I don't think I'll be heading to, Tuba City anytime soon. If you're, outside of the metropolitan Phoenix area, most of my appointments are virtual right now. But again, we just kind of touched on it. We'll delve into it a little bit more, and we'll work on getting you set up. Some of our shipping solutions are absolutely no cost. Some of them are no cost for a period of time. Some of them are no cost for 90 days. And if you hook it to your ACH debit or your business checking account, then it will be free for as long as you use the service. So we'll really try to dial the right one in for you. But right now, we're just going to talk about, as you continue to promote your business, about the power of direct mail. So we're just going to touch on a few of the mailing tools that will help you promote your business. And this is good if you have a service-based business and you don't actually have a product to sell. So mail makes a big impact. Marketing coordinating, digital direct mail have increased website visits by 68%, response rates by 63%, and even your return on investment, or ROI, by as much as 60% by utilizing mail. And today we're just going to talk about the two different types that you would maybe touch base on, which is direct mail. That is a form of marketing to help businesses of all sizes. And like I said in our previous example, maybe you are going to clean pools, clean windows, you fix cars, you have a service where you have something that's more specific that everybody's not going to have, and maybe you're going to try to target with direct mail. Or there are other ways to get more creative with direct mail, which we won't talk about today, but as you continue to use direct mail, we'll get into that. And then every door direct mail, which is a real affordable, targeted advertising technique. You're going to be able to map out your area. You'll be able to pick the metrics. So you can pick age, income levels, household size, and there's no mailing list required. And it's not for postcards or letter size mail. It's actually for larger size mail pieces, all the way up to like a magazine, for example, would fit into the every door direct mail piece. So the size doesn't matter. I mean, it has restrictions as far as how big or how small the piece can be, but the price doesn't change. It's about 19 cents a piece. for each one of those every door direct mail pieces when you mail it, which is a phenomenal advertising price. So with every door direct mail, we have two options. There's a business mail entry unit. And if you are, say, going to target Tuba, you're probably not going to go through the business mail entry unit because you probably don't have one in Tuba. You will just use the retail option, and that's the one we're going to focus on today. But if in fact at some point as you continue to grow and you're near another post office that does have an entry unit, a bulk mail entry unit, a business mail entry unit, and you would be able to hit multiple zip codes and multiple stations utilizing the business mail entry unit because you'll only have a one stop. Or you could even use your vendor partner, your mail service provider. It doesn't even have to be in the same state. They'll make your mail and send it out for you, into multiple zip codes from, completely the other side of the country if that's the pricing and the partner you decided to go with. Today, we'll focus a little more on the retail side, which means you'll prepare your mail and you'll get it ready. And with no street addressing in Tuba, you would just have P.O. boxes. So you wouldn't need to address it. It would say local box holder, and you would enter it right there at the Tuba City Post Office. You would just walk into the counter. If you didn't pay online, you would pay the clerk, and they'll put one piece in everybody's box that has a valid P.O. box there in the office. So again, you could design it if you have an area you want to target. You say, well, my business is right here and I only want to go within here in this particular region. You could do it by city, by zip code, by location, even down to the intersection on our mapping tool. So again, this is under the business tab at USPS.com, and you will go on to every door direct mail. And so you will, put something in, like in this example, they used a specific street address and it'll target the street address. You could hover over it and see which routes connect to the street address. You can, again, choose the metrics that you want, and it's going to show you on the right-hand side as you pick them or in the drop-down. And when you want to get to this point in your advertising, we'll do a walkthrough and we'll do this together so you can actually see the tool, how it works, and start to market your business. Because Facebook and Instagram and everything can only do so much if people don't know that you're in the area, and you only have a little limited time to be successful. Especially if you have a storefront, you're going to need to get the word out that you're there and get your business up and running and thriving. And you want people to know where you are, and it's a great way to do it because mail lasts. People like getting mail, and people just like touching mail, a physical, tangible piece. So this is an example that you could see when they determined they wanted it broken down by route. There's 392 residential deliveries. There's no business deliveries on this route. This is the age group they wanted to target, the 25 to 44-year-olds, and you could actually pick that up or down based on the slider we have, the household size, and then you could even target it by income. So if you put in the zip code, it's going to show you based on the particular routes. Here's where the income breaks down. If you want to target people with more money and start there, then you would just target the routes that have more money, the people who have more income to buy your product. And you will continue to monitor that as you send them out to determine in the future when you use it again, was this route effective for me? Hey, when I sent it to all these people who make 74,000, I got a lot of orders. But when I use these other areas, I didn't get so many orders. So maybe I'm going to try to keep a hold of, make sure I know 67218 route 2 is a good route, and I want to continue to use that. But it's really important that you talk about design ideas. So if you take a look at this mail piece, this is a mail piece. This is an example of a piece that somebody I was working with for a barbecue place, barbecued food, like, briskets and pork shoulder and all sorts of barbecue food, wanted to put their own mailer together. And this is what she sent me. And I said, well, you got to take a look at it and see. It doesn't tell me anything about barbecue. It looks like you're selling grills or hamburgers or hot dogs or grill tools, perhaps. But I mean, I can't tell what you were selling from here, and it wouldn't, attract me to want to even read your mail piece, because actually most people don't even, make a determination before they're going to throw it away or keep it just without even reading it. They just looked at it and made a determination. They've already decided whether they're going to throw it away. So your creativity really kind of matters. And so we came up with a design similar to this, something that actually makes you want to take a look at that picture and then say, hey, I want to go out and buy this food. And this is the makeup. It's really simple. It'll come out as local postal customer. You'll have this indicia up here at retail. And again, keep in mind, it still has to be, your offer is only as good as your offer. So is the picture good? Is the wording clear? Is your offer concise? Is it too long? Is it too confusing? Do you have a good incentive? Are you giving me 5% off? I can't even start my truck for 5% off. I won't leave the house for 5% off. That's just me personally. But, if you want to get somebody through the door, is your offer even good? So it really has to be relevant to what you're doing, what your campaign is. But, if this one works for you, great. If it doesn't, but you still want to try it, create a new offer and test which campaign gets the most response. And again, we have vendor partners that you can work with to develop it. If you don't have the skills yourself, we'll do all of this for you if that's what you want to do. And these are some of the examples that you could see here. They're all across the board. So if you have a restaurant, you can do your menu, and it's still going to be 19 cents a piece to send your menu out. They have all sorts of shapes, all sorts of sizes, but as you can see here, it's not for postcards. It's not for little pieces of mail. It's generally somewhere probably about 6.5 by 9.5, 11, somewhere in that neighborhood is the minimum dimensions, and we have a size checker available on the website for you to be able to look at. So that's just a good look at a bunch of the pieces that we have available and what you might be able to develop with it. And then ultimately, as you continue to grow, you might be able to take some of your mail, which we talked about, the business mail entry unit and the regular direct mail, and put it together into a campaign. So again, if you're signed up for informed delivery or you're not available there, if you're not aware what that is, again, check on USPS.com, look at the informed delivery link, sign up for it. We have 40 million users who can see what's coming in their mail every single day, and then ultimately be able to drive that mail piece to your website. So if you send out a menu, for example, then you have a free color picture of your menu that we can help you put together. It'll be typically your mail piece of your menu. You'll get a free color ride along that'll come with it, and you're actually able to target that ride along wherever you want it to land. If you want to have it land on your service special page, then it'll land on your service special page. If you want to have it land on your ordering page, if you have food, it'll land on your ordering page. So this is something that, as you continue to grow your business and work with direct mail and utilize mail, that's a really powerful tool, because it not only allows the people to get your physical mail piece, but they can act on it without even seeing your mail piece, and it gives you a few more touch points than just someone opening it up in the mailbox. And lastly, it's not just held by the mail CEO. So if I determine, I don't really like this kind of food, and I throw it away, the rest of the people in my household are still going to be able to see if you are selling something that they like and be able to act on it. So that's a really powerful tool, but a little bit more for when you develop your business and get a little bit down the line. So the Postal Service is going to help you give a great experience to your customers wherever you are. We're trusted, we're timely, we're visible, affordable, innovative, and we're certainly reliable. We are invested in you. We want to help you create shipping strategies and a shipping process that's great for your success. We're here to help you. So if I don't, again, help you, somebody on my team is going to be the one who helps you from shipping to marketing. Again, I want you to be able to leave, have a good understanding, and see what we can do to get started. So remember, it's not just about price with the Postal Service, it's about value. It's about our relationship together. We are one of America's most trusted businesses. We'll provide you the boxes, the envelopes. We're going to deliver it to you at no cost. We have package pickup, 31,000 post office drop-off locations, tracking, technology, and more. So that's all I really have. I know it's a big macro view. We touched on a lot of things, but as you determine, where you want to go with your business, you'll schedule something with us, and we will kind of go from there and see where we can, work with you. So if you have any questions right now, I see one in the chat from Jameis. There are international rates and restrictions. So it really just depends. Some of our software solutions have better products for international, but the Postal Service has reps specifically for international. So I only work domestically, and we have a rep. So when you want to do that, and you can still follow up with me, I'll put you in touch with our rep. He's also here in Arizona, and he knows every in and out as far as how to get the best pricing, how to get the best shipping partner, that we continue to move forward with. I can give you some little touch points on international, but he's the one who really helped dial it in with you as far as where you need to be with your rates, your services, and what product restrictions and things like that.
All right, feel free to unmute yourself if you have any more questions.
Well, again, I want to, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it. And I'd love to work with you to, if you've started something, get it moving forward, perhaps better. And if you haven't, get the ball rolling. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff.
Mhm.
Last call for a question. Any questions? I think there's something in chat. Okay. A lot of thank yous.
Marcia, I got a question.
Go ahead, Tim.
Yes, on Jeff, on that question regarding using in a rural area, like say on the Navajo Nation, using a physical address to have some versus a PO box. What was that? I kind of missed that part.
It's street addressing. So, you should be able to go into your post office where you have your PO box, if it's in Tuba, because I think you were the same as we were when I was the OIC up in the Grand Canyon. They didn't have street delivery, so anybody who lived in the area received a PO box for free. And so you would sign up for street addressing. It's just a little form that they give you to make sure that you are aware that they have it, if they have it in your area. And I believe you have street addressing. Like I said, I think Jason's the postmaster up there now. You could see one of the retail clerks and tell them, hey, you want to get signed up for street addressing. But basically, if your post office address is 123 ABC Street, that's the physical location of your post office. That's your PO box. The post office's address is 123 ABC Street, Tuba City, and the zip code. And you would use the same address for street addressing for your PO box. So you could use both. I mean, you could still have people send stuff to you with your PO Box 59, but when you use street addressing, you would use it as 123 ABC Street, number 59, Tuba City, Arizona, and then the zip code of the post office, not the zip code of your PO Box. So they will give you that when you sign up for it. So you'll know what it is to use it because, like I said, our shipping partners don't generally deliver to PO boxes, but you can now still have UPS or FedEx show up at the post office and deliver the packages to the clerk because they're addressed to the street address, and we'll connect it to your PO box the rest of the way. It's the way for you to get shipping from our other partners who do not ship to a PO box. And like I said, I believe you have street addressing.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And I'll send everything to Marcia. Somebody asked me if I could provide the links. I will send you the links to everything. I'll send you this presentation just so you could use it as reference. You could take a look at some of the pricing on it. You may not see it if you already signed up, but you would, we could talk about the pricing and see where you're at and what you're using right now. And if we can do it better, then certainly we'll do the best we can to improve your pricing or improve the service that you're using right now.
All right, everyone. Thank you for attending. If you have any questions, you can email me at marsha@nativestartup.org, and I will send out the information that Jeff sends me hopefully by tomorrow.
Yep.
not, yeah. And also we'll have a copy of this video on our YouTube channel as well. Have a great rest of the week, everyone. Thank you, Jeff, for your time.
All right, thank you. Good luck.
Bye.
All right, thank you.